Welcome back to the CryptoLabs YouTube channel. Is DeFi one big scam? I totally understand why people think it, because when we don't understand something, we typically tend to attack it. That's how wars against different religions and races and people's cultures, it's like, oh, I don't understand it, and so you must be wrong, or so you are the enemy. And what I deal with on Twitter blows my mind, but I also understand it. And so this video is inspired by that. In fact, on Twitter here, we had this Michael Taylor fella DM me and explain how this is not a scam. Double dog dare you. How about I have 20K on Twitter Spaces with you to explain your amazing process? I know the answer is no. I said, as long as you're open-minded, I'm open to doing it. And I tagged him every couple days here, bringing this back to your attention. Let's do it. You know, ready when you are, still waiting, ready when you are. And I think this guy's probably cool in real life, but now he's just been kind of trolling my page. And so to the response to this guy and all other closed-minded clowns who, when something is different or if they don't understand it, like the brain can't comprehend it, they instantly think it's a scam. I'm going to explain this fundamentally simple this stuff is. So here in DeFi, because I think people think DeFi is the scam because they just don't understand it. They probably bought some S coin or got into some project and lost their money. And I totally get it. DeFi and crypto is scammy by nature. And so my job is to educate so people can actually see the difference between true DeFi, real DeFi, and all the scams out there, which most of them are. There's 95% of projects out there have no intrinsic value. We want to find the stuff that actually has value that we can profit off of. So I'm going to explain my concept really, really simple here. Here in DeFi, back in 2020, it was a really small space. CDPs, which are collateralized debt positions, were the biggest in terms of DeFi llamas tracking here. Back in 2019, there was almost nothing. DeFi really started taking off here. And as you can see, DEXs, which are decentralized exchanges like Uniswap, right? Like Trader Joe, like PancakeSwap, all these big ones here. Instead of using a centralized exchange for people to exchange, you know, in this instance, I'm in a ARB USDC pool. So when people make a swap of ARB and USDC, I get paid in this concentrated liquidity pool. I got another 184 bucks sitting here. I'm doing about 180% on this. Call it a scam if you want. It's not. And this is on Uniswap, the biggest DEX by TVL. And so we're going to go back here. So of course, DEXs took off. Lending is a really, really big opportunity in DeFi where I can actually lend my money. It's locked in a smart contract. I could lend you some money. It's all smart contract based, so it's trustless. And I'll just keep it as simple as that. But of course, I earn fees for that. I have some stablecoin lent out and it's almost 12% right now. That's pretty good for a stablecoin, and it's completely safe. And when I say that, I mean 99.9% safe because there's always smart contract hacks and exploits and things that can happen. And then we have bridges, derivatives, which some really awesome platforms for derivatives betting with leverage. And so something like you can invest in that protocol, you can own the casino. And as people trade on leverage, they typically lose and you get paid the fees. Services, real world assets, tokenized real estate, tokenized art, tokenized businesses, tokenized assets. RWAs are massive, 5.7 billion. DEXs are number third at 13 billion, and liquid staking is 27 billion. That's going to be mostly ETH. That's securing a network, but it's liquid staking, so you get a token in return, and you can further use that token to earn yields. So, you know, is DeFi a scam? You can come to the conclusion of whatever you feel, but I'll just show you here in this one pool I'm in. I had about $2,800 in here, very small pool, very small amount. Been earning 180, 160, sometimes 210%, depending how active the swap fees have been. So let me move my camera here and let's go collect fees. Let's see if this is a scam. I'm going to collect my fees. Wham bam, probably going to cost me about $1.97 today. I'm going to go confirm. And as you can see in my wallet, I will collect my 89 ARB, 116, and I collected some USDC. Success. Close. And now I'm going to start collecting fees all over again. I can add to this position. I can remove my liquidity at any moment. I can remove 100% of my liquidity. I get some ARB and some USDC back. I can leave this overnight. I can add more liquidity. I can change my ranges. I can find different liquidity pools to get into. Is it a scam? I don't know. Like how much data do you need? But haters will always be haters, and they'll just hate on something they don't understand or they think they missed. Now, what's my strategy? Because this guy's going to ask, what's your secret system? It's not secret. It's not secret. You get in liquidity pools, you earn an income, then you take that income and you invest it in your bull run portfolio. Now, my bull run portfolio is up, very small amount. I had about 94,000, kept DCAing, and since then 88,000. Very small portfolio. 88,000 is now worth 208. So is it a scam? I don't know. Give me one other asset over the last 12 months that has outperformed this portfolio. Very simple portfolio. And this will be about a $1.2 million portfolio with how it's built for the bull run. You tell me, because you can just keep working your job, or you can keep hustling and getting paid for the effort you put in. This has been the most passive thing I've ever experienced. And I've had a lot of different businesses and have played with a lot of different things. You find income producing DeFi projects. You take that income, you invest it in your bull run. Even if you had 8,000, you now have 28,000. If you can put $86,000 in here, you now have 208, and the bull run hasn't even started. You tell me if this is a scam. You tell me. Because closed-minded people just keep saying the same thing. This is a scam. It's not. I think 90% of the space is, if you start playing in that high-risk, scammy stuff, you're going to get hurt. But if you're sticking to lending, borrowing, looping, if you're maybe playing with a little bit of leverage, if you're adding some liquidity and you're spread across the major dexes with some really stable assets, if you're really studying this stuff and getting into correlated pairs for the bull run, or you're really understanding how to set your ranges, even some basic TA, just some really basic tools, you'll do really well in this space. I just think, again, most people, if they don't understand it right away, oh, it's a scam. And I'm like, they laugh. And I'm just like, dude, I'm the one laughing. Like, I don't know what you want from me. I don't know what you want. So is it a scam? You'll have to answer that for yourself. Do you believe in the power of crypto and the platforms that are being built and the decentralization of it all, which I'm a massive fan of, and the amount you can earn off extremely small amounts? Like, I mean, here's the money rolling in again. It'll be 2 pennies pretty damn soon. At the end of the day, it'll be a couple bucks. At the end of the week, it'll be a couple $100. And I'm going to claim it. And guess what I'm going to do with it? Move it into my bull run. Can I build it to $250,000, maybe $300,000 to see a 5 to 10x on it? Absolutely. It's not too late. Is it a scam? I don't know. You've got to answer that. But I highly suggest you remain open-minded. This goes to this dude here, whatever his name is. I don't know. Probably not his real name, because people are pretty tough on Twitter. This Michael Taylor dude. Open your mind. I'm not saying this to like protect my little ego or try to protect, like, I don't care if you believe in this or not, but I literally bet on people. And I think if people were just a little open-minded, they could realize the potential of this space, just decentralize in general. I don't care if you don't care about daily income or building a bull run bag. The space has so much potential and it's so ripe for innovation, and people are still, it's usually the older dudes who have, maybe built a business in one way and their mind just literally, and I get it. But don't spread your limiting beliefs and your lack of open-mindedness to others, because it is cancerous. It does spread, and you are letting your followers down because of it. Michael Taylor and the hundreds of others who send me messages of like, must be a scam. And then we got hundreds, well, probably thousands of people who have been massively benefiting from it. But it's always the closed-minded haters that scream the loudest. So tons of love Michael's way. If he wants to miss out on it, that's cool. But I hope his followers don't, because there's massive opportunity. I don't know how much more proof you need. Just stay out of the scammy stuff and stick to the blue chip stuff. Stick to the stuff that actually provides solutions to problems. I do see everything like a business. Why would I invest in this business? And I look at the leadership. I look at the team. I look at what the project is solving. And I'll go on their Twitter. If Michael was like, hey, do you want to invest in my business? I just go through his Twitter and I'm like, anyone who's spreading hate or spreading just dumb stuff and is trolling other accounts, I wouldn't, because I wouldn't trust that judgment of character. Because how you do one thing is how you do everything. How you do one thing is how you do everything. And so I'll end it at that. But I hope anyone watching, you don't have to give me any money. Don't sign up for anything. Don't do anything, but just go on Google and start going down the rabbit hole. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised if you give it 24 hours to study this stuff, or jump on the YouTube channel, subscribe and jump on here and just spend an hour or two studying. I think your mind will be blown. Go play with $10. And if you can make $1 on $10, you can make 10 off 100, and you can make, 1,000 off 10. It's infinitely scalable. There's very deep liquidity. So your little $100,000 or your $10,000 or your $1,000 is not gonna, imbalance the equation, so to speak. There's deep liquidity in these platforms, and so it's infinitely scalable. Start with $10, and if it's not for you, it's not for you. But if you can see and treat it like you're building a business, it has been the most lucrative thing that I've ever seen, and anyone who actually gets it. And I know some really intelligent investors and business people. They're just like, my portfolio in crypto, even in the blue chip stuff, has outperformed anything I've ever seen in my 50 years of doing this stuff because they remained open-minded. Most won't, and most will miss it. And that's just most people. But some others say, let's go. So that's that. I don't know if that helps answer any questions. I'm not here to convince you on me. I'm just here to convince you on the DeFi space. Do your own research, jump into it, check out other people's stuff, whatever you got to do. Get the information you need and then apply it. And I think you'd be surprised on what you can find in here. That's that. That's my time. I'm going to get out of here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move my little mug in the middle, and I'm going to put some videos here and here and here and here for your educational pleasure and purposes, viewing pleasures. So do go check them out. It'll all be DeFi stuff, maybe some how we find these projects and how I'll leave a correlated pair video down here as well, because it's very important to understand when you're doing DeFi. And with that said, I'll let you have fun, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.